Greetings students, welcome to today's lesson. We are going to look at pronouns. Now, right from primary up to high school, you will not miss to encounter a pronoun. And a pronoun, in simple terms, is a word that is used in place of a noun. These are words that are used in place of nouns. Remember, nouns are names of things, places, and people. All right, so pronouns are words that are used in place of nouns, and nouns are names of things, places, and people. So we're going to look at these words that are normally used in place of nouns in their varieties. They are of different types, and from the beginning, right from Form 1 to Form 4, there are a variety of pronouns that you will encounter as you learn English. So let me just go direct and look at the types of pronouns. Now, before I look at the types of pronoun, let me just repeat. I've just said that a pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. Now, for example, you have Mary is tired. So the noun here is Mary. So what can be used in place of Mary? A pronoun. So which pronoun could be very appropriate? Personal pronouns. She. So she is tired. Okay. So here, she is a pronoun, which is a word that is used in place of a noun. Okay. So now I wanted to do that brief overview so that I can introduce you to the types of pronouns. Now, the first one, we have personal pronouns. Number 2, we have possessive pronouns. Number 3, we have reflexive pronouns. Number 4, we have indefinite pronouns. Number 5, we have interrogative pronouns. Number 6, we have relative pronouns. So number 1, we have personal pronouns. Number 2, possessive pronouns. Number 3, reflexive pronouns. Number 4, indefinite pronouns. Number 5, interrogative pronouns. And number 6, we have relative pronouns. Our focus here today is on number 5 and 6. But before we go to number 5 and 6, we're going to look at personal, possessive, reflexive, and indefinite pronouns in brief. Okay, all of these things you have encountered them, you talk about them every day, so it's nothing new. We're just classifying words. All right, so the first one, which is a personal pronoun, a personal pronouns. Okay, I'm just going to directly talk about their types. These are used in place of people or things. Okay, they are used in place of people or things. Okay, examples include, so we say that a personal pronoun is a pronoun that is used in place of people or things. Examples include I. Okay, now we have we have she, we have it, we have they. Okay, now you can go ahead and classify it into first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun, because they are now in place of people mostly. It now cannot fall there. Okay, so we can have a brief classification. First person, so we have a small table, the pronoun, and then here first person. Okay, first person, we have singular and plural. Normally, in compositions, we normally say you can either use the first person or the second person. So you can, when we say you can use the first person, let me just bring it down here. First person. First person singular is I. Second person is we. Okay, so plural is we. I, we. Okay, I or me and us. So I or me in the first person, and then we and us. Okay. Then second person is only one, you. So again in plural you just say you. Then third person we have he stroke she stroke it. Now sometimes we refer to babies as it. It is crying. Okay, when the baby is still an infant, we can use it when we are using in place of the word baby. Okay, so singular he, she, it. Plural they, them. Okay, they, them. Okay, so that we say that these are types of what? Personal pronouns. But now we've gone ahead to classify them just because sometimes you can be told use the first person pronoun or the second person pronoun or the third person pronoun. Sometimes you can use such terms when we're talking about some aspects of pronouns. All right, so that is all for personal pronouns. The second one is a possessive pronoun. So these are pronouns used to show possession. Okay, these are pronouns that are used to show possession. For example, we have mine, my, ours, hers, his, its, theirs. I think that's all. So that in an example, okay, let me just give you, my mother is coming. Okay. Book on the table is mine. So my mother is coming. So my here is a pronoun that is used to show possession. Whose mother? My mother. The book on the table is mine. Again, it has been used to show the person possessing who? What? The book. All right. So that's all for possessive pronouns. Then the third one we have itself, himself, and ourselves. We also have yourself, yourself. Okay. An example in a sentence: you can help yourself with a cup of tea, or you can have the cat hat itself. You can help yourself with a cup of tea, and then maybe the cat hat itself. So the emphasis is on the pronoun, then the noun in the sentence. Then you can say I did it myself. Okay, so since our focus is not majorly on reflexive pronouns, it's just an overview. Okay, whenever you see them, you know that this is a reflexive pronoun, this is a personal pronoun, this is a possessive pronoun. All right, now our third type of a pronoun is the fourth one we have indefinite. Indefinite pronouns. Okay, number 4. So here was number 3. This is number 4. So indefinite pronouns, these ones they're not referring to specific things, but I'm just going ahead to give you examples. Examples are anyone, someone, anybody, everyone, no one. Okay. We also have words like some, all, but the major ones are everyone, anyone. Whenever you encounter this, just know that this is an indefinite pronoun. An example in a sentence, I did not speak to anyone. I did not speak to anyone. This is one word. Remember, you should be careful not to separate them. They're normally written as one word, especially maybe except for no one. But normally we have one word, anyone, someone, anybody. Don't separate them. Don't write them as separate words. Okay? Another example, everyone came to the party. Okay? Everyone came to the party. All right? So that is all for the pronouns. So today we're going to look at interrogative pronouns. We have interrogative pronouns. Now, when you are in Form 1, you learned about types of pronouns, but now you learned about this, but not in this kind of way. You were introduced to interrogative sentences. Those are sentences that are normally used to ask questions. Okay, interrogative sentences are sentences that normally ask questions. So when you are introduced to interrogative sentences, one of the types of interrogative sentences is a yes or no question. But now here we have the WH question. So that is when you were introduced briefly to interrogative pronouns, because those ones are normally used when you're asking the WH questions. So in essence, interrogative pronouns are pronouns that are used to ask questions. So these are pronouns that are used to ask questions. Okay? And now they include who, what, which, whose, and why, when. Okay. Now, who, what, which, whose. We also have whom. We also have what else? Okay, I think those are enough. So, who, what, which, whose, why, when, whom. Okay, and the most common ones are who, what, which, whose, whom. Okay, that is our focus on today. You might encounter this one. When did he arrive? Why are you crying? But now our focus is on who, what, who, whose, which, whom. Okay, so let's go ahead and describe them. So who, whose, and whom are used with when referring to people. Who, whose, whom are used when referring to people. For example, who are you? Who are you speaking to? Okay. Or we can have, whose pen is this? Whom are you referring to? Okay. Who are you speaking to? Whose pen is this? Whom are you referring to? So there's no way you can use them with things. You cannot say which, no, you can't use them when you're referring to things. In no case. Okay. Then we have which is used to refer to both things and animals. Okay. Okay. Then, for example, which country which country is next to Kenya? Okay. Another example, which bird was killed last evening? Okay. Which country is next to Kenya? Which bird was killed last evening? So which can be used with both things and animals. And then what? Okay. Let me just write it as a different sentence. What is used when referring to things only? Okay, for example, what time is it? Okay. What are you talking about? What time is it? What are you talking about? All right. Basically, those are the types of what? Interrogative pronouns in their different usages. So I'm going to give you a short exercise on the same before we go on. So in the exercise, use the correct form of the interrogative pronoun in the following sentences. With dash was Nyawira talking? Number 2. Dash of the cows is he milking? Number 3. Dash does she wish to see? Number 4. Between Venus and Serena, dash do you prefer? Number 5. Dash does Maina do for a living? So attempt these questions as an exercise, okay, to maybe practice more on interrogative pronouns. So as an overview of the lesson, we introduced interrogative pronouns as pronouns that are normally used to ask questions, and we said that there are of 5 types. We've talked about the who, whose, whom, which, and what. And we say that who, whose, and whom is normally used when referring to people. Who are you speaking to? Whose pen is this? And then whom are you referring to? Then which is normally used with both things and animals. And sometimes, let me just add, people. Okay? Which country is next to Kenya? Okay? Which bird was killed last evening. Remember to always put the question mark whenever you give the examples of what? Interrogative pronoun. I'll give you one exercise where you're giving us examples using the interrogative pronouns, and you make sure that you put the what? The question mark. Remember, the grammatical rules should apply with every example that you give. So another one is what is used when referring to things only. What time is it? What are you talking about? Okay, then you put the question mark there. All right, so we have come to the end of the lesson. Next time we're going to look at interrogative pronouns, maybe in their usages, or maybe another type of interrogative pronoun, and a brief exercise on the same.